I was in my boss at Apple's office, and I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just come clean. I pulled up the video, and I'm like, oh my, I don't know what he's gonna say. I've never told anybody in music that I'm an engineer or in engineering that I'm a musician. And he goes, oh my God, is that you? Is that Timbaland? Oh my God. My name is Brandon Tory. I'm a senior software engineer at Google, and I'm also a musician.
When we walking out the plaza.
When I was like 14 years old, I wanted to be a hacker really bad. And not in the sense of like a criminal, but just in the sense of understanding systems. And so a lot of my friends and my homies that was playing basketball and doing everything else, I was up all night coding. We started dumpster diving. And so I really built my experience from the ground up, from going out in the dumpster, getting parts, building stuff, and then teaching myself C. My mentor was a guy named Visitor with a 0 for an O. I'm from the inner city, so my friends would come by talking the same stuff that every kid from the inner city would talk, and then they'd look over and say, what are you doing on the computer? And I'd have like green text scrolling down the screen or like all kind of crazy stuff, and I would just say, yeah, you know, I'm in the computers. And I didn't go into much detail, because I don't want to be the nerd. Where I'm from, everybody raps. Every guy like me, if you're 15, 16, you rap. And so I went to school, I graduated, and I decided to be a rapper. I ended up entering a song into a national competition.
I'm running a song contest.
And I won that. And so they flew me to Miami. It was this huge blessing. I got to meet Timbaland, and we built a relationship there. And so Timbaland started showing love. He started calling me every week. He put my first mixtape on his Instagram, and so we got a bunch of radio opportunities and a lot of cool stuff. We threw these mansion parties in LA. It was a great time, but I was broke. That's when I decided, I'm an engineer. Let me go to Silicon Valley and see if I could use that. And so that's how I ended up at Apple. During that whole time at Apple, I didn't tell anybody that I did music. I didn't tell anybody in LA that I was at Apple. So I was just traveling back and forth, kind of living this double life, because I was so insecure and embarrassed about the fact that I had to leave LA to do engineering, which to me wasn't cool. It's really starting to stress me out. I'm not exactly living the life I want to live. So I started to work on how could I just be honest. My little sister says, instead of dropping this documentary, I think you should take this footage and show it to Apple. I sent it to some executives, and Jimmy Iovine, the executive of Apple Music, responded within 9 minutes. I didn't even hit him back for like 2 weeks. I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. So when I asked him if we could meet, and then he said yes, I literally dropped to my knees and praised God. I believe as human beings, we have the capacity to accomplish more than one dream in our lifetime. I think that right now, the way that careers are set up, people typically feel very pressured to focus on one thing. But I believe that as technology advances and as we advance as humans, that will no longer be a thing. I think it's counterproductive to talk about life in a way that divides work from what you do outside of work. I do not see this as a side hustle. I see it as two things that I really love. I'm just trying to create and have fun.